Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new product review, and this time I would like to share with you the general handbook and also the open world cards. I think this is quite an interesting deck, and I will show you this as well after showing the general handbook. So this is the general handbook 2017. So this is the I received it this week. I was on a business trip, so until I arrived at home I was not able to do this video, but I really want to share with you what you can find inside. It's a softcover book, but have the same quality that we expect from any Games Workshop book. So as usual, we start with the content. There is content for this is a book that is mainly rules and no fluff in this book, and we have open play, narrative, and then the match game and new rules and for alliances. So it's quite a very complete book. I think it's covering different ways to play the Warhammer. It's covering the 3 different ways to play Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and I think complementing with that it works very well. So we start first with a little bit of introduction, how to use the battle plans, using time of war rules, and then we go to open play. And open play, there is an introduction, and I will say that mainly open play is focused to multiplayer games, and we have 2 types of multiplayer games. We have what is called Coalition of Death. Nothing to do with the death faction. It's just a way to do say that you play, for example, 2 versus 2 or something like that. So it's really even to play like in 40k was called Armageddon battles, or Apocalypse battles. So there is several rules here to play, and 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3, so this type of games. We have battle plans, different missions. So really the book have a lot of missions and a lot of ways to play, so I think there is a lot of information. Then we have the Triumph and Treachery, and this is where we play for the 4 players, 4 players, all versus all. So it's really there is not alliances, and we play all against all. We have also the rules here, and as you can see, we have different type of deployments for the different setups of the army. So I think this is up to 6 armies. So really opening to be able to play a lot of different armies in the same place. So we have also different scenarios, and then we have also how to play campaigns. We have then the narrative play games. Again, we have here the introduction, playing about thin armies, the time of war. So this is rules for the different realms in Age of Sigmar. So we have all of the realms here, and then we have again battle plans. Okay, we see we have also different battle plans that we can play, and I will say that all of these games you can mix as you want at the end. So I think really the idea here is to give you some tools that you can use as you like, and you can mix them as you want. So I really like to mix them all. So we have Siege in Age of Sigmar, so we have here rules for Siege games in the narrative, and as well you can see the rules, but it's like the all. So we have here different ways to play this missions to play Siege games. Then we go to match play, maybe the part that is the most popular of the book. In match play is more focused on tournament and competitive gaming, and also on pick-up battles. I will say pitch play is the most used, because you have the points, and then the people can use the points to make balanced battles. There are some other part of the points we will have restrictions and which to have, and we have now the rules for allies. So we can add allies. This was the new thing. You can add some allies without using your traits. Here we have more explanation how the lights are working. I need to go really into the details. I didn't have time, I just arrived today and I really have not to read all these rules. So, and then we have new battle plans, very curious ones. You see here, we have battle plans to play beach battles. Then we have the points for all the factions, so we can go fast here. And if you are curious, all the entries with this type of asterisk means that they have a change in the. That means that there is some change. If you look for the compendium points, there is a PDF on the website, so compendium are still valid. They have PDF and they also have been updated as well as all the different factions. So we have here all the different factions. I go fast because there is no, I will not lose more time on that. We have this. This is the war scroll of the Gamza Thunderers, that they have changed a little bit the rules. And then we go to the alliances and the new rules for allegiance. So we have for how to choose allegiance, and then we have order generic, we have for the draggling covens, dispossess, free peoples, fire slayers. Then we have two battalions, watchful battalions for the fire slayers. We have also Seraphon, and we have two battalions for the Seraphon, Wanderers. Then we go to Chaos, and we have the Brayhairs, Slanesh, a Slave of Darkness, so Escaping Pestilence, Escaping Sky, and then we go to Death. So I guess Escaping and Nurgle will have a book because they are not here, and my guess is that they will have a book soon to have their own trades. And then we have the Flesh Eater Courts, the Night Hound, the Soul Blight, and then we go to Destruction, and then in Destruction we have the Iron Jaws. They did not have this in their own book. And then we have two battalions for the Iron Jaws, and each finishing you see up to the last page is used. So it's really melee rules, really useful, and I think it's highly recommended if you play Age of Sigmar. So really happy with this book. Now we are going to make a look on these cards. So these cards, they have an instruction here how they have to be used. Okay, these are the rules how they have to be used, and let's see if I can see if you. I want to avoid that you have a lot of. So we have different type of cards. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. So we have the deployment cards. Okay. Then we have the objective cards. We have the twists. Sudden death. You can see all of them have their own different back, and rust or how this is working. So when you want to play a game, you take one deployment, okay, and this will tell you what is the type of deployment that you want to use. You will pick one objective, and then you will pick one twist. Okay, so what it does is, this is telling you how you have to deploy. This is telling you what are the objectives in this battle, and this is adding some additional rules, some twists to the game. Of course it's optional, you can not use twists if you don't want. So what is working is, if you have to place objective, you place objectives. There is some of there that you have to place, I don't know, 3 objectives or 4 objectives, depending on the. So there is some, this is just to kill characters. So there is different rules. and then you roll a dice. There is the winner is choosing what type of deployment he wants to use. Okay, and once you have choose the type of deployment, you start deploying as normal. So the only thing is that instead of taking a battle plan from the book, you roll this and this, and this is making your battle plan plus the special rules. Okay, then on top of that, if there is one army that have less wounds than the other, can take a ruse. Okay, and then the rules are small benefits that you can add. Okay, and if one army have double wounds than the other, you can choose to roll to take a sudden death card, and then you will have both. So that card is giving you these are kept secret by the army that have less wounds, and if you get this, if you do this objective, you win automatically the battle. And on top you have this benefit. This is only so you have the rules if you have less wounds. You have sudden death on top if you have half of the wounds of the other army. Of course, you always can make this optional, so you can decide not to use sudden death, and then you just play with that. I think it's adding quite a twist, and of course, if we think that there are, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 twists, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 deployments. So this is making 12 by 12 is 144 combinations, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more. So you can imagine that if you add 12 more to the 100, you will go over 1,500 different combinations that you can have. So this means that you have really, if you combine these 3 decks, just by combining these 3 decks, you have here more than 1,000 scenarios, because you can have all the different combinations possible, what makes the game very interesting. So it's really, I really recommend this deck. Maybe some combinations are not very, it can be more less unbalanced, but let's just make a look to the different deployments we have. So you see we have this deployment, for example. We have this one, we will put one. We have this type, similar to what we see today in 40k, quite a standard one. This arrow versus this one in the middle and the other on the sides, another different. So you see there are like a lot of different options for deployments. Okay, so really I think it's really, I'm really happy with these cards. I think it's interesting, and this can give another twist and another direction to your game. So these are the open war cards, and can be used in combined with pitch battles. So you can take your army with points and play that. You can do open play and also use that. So here we have these cards, and also we have the General Handbook 2017. Let me go back. And that's all what I want to share in this video. So I hope you find this video interesting. Please let me know what do you think, and let me know what do you think on the book, and especially on these cards. So I'm really interested to know if you think that these cards are interesting or not for the game, but I think they are. For me, I think they are a great addition. So if you want, you never repeat mission, because there is really a lot of combinations there. Even if you eliminate the twist and you only play objective and deployment, you still have 144 different combinations. So here we have, this is my review on the General Handbook. Of course I went very fast on that, and if you're interested in more detail, once I have a deeper read on the book, I will maybe go in more detail in some of the points. That's all for now. Please leave in the comment below what do you think, if you have liked this video, and as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.